my daughter's med student just humbled me and took my ego down about 5 notches. So we're back in the hospital for dehydration with Miss June. She's doing great. We have a whole plan. I think I basically got like the jackpot of doctors in the peds team this time. She likes to look for rare, cool disorders. Like she's running the gamut, like, which is really cool when they're already running tests. She's like, well, let's just look for this too while they're already doing it. So I'm in love. So anyway, back to the med student. So yesterday, this med student walks in as we're about to be admitted from the ER. And he's doing all this stuff. And I just keep staring. I'm like, he looks so familiar. I know this face. Like maybe it's a famous actor and I just can't place it. And he just looks like him. And I wish I could show his face. Maybe you guys could tell me if he looks like a famous actor. But I can't for privacy reasons. So anyway, I'm just keep looking at him. And I'm like, can't place it. So then I asked the nurse this morning. I'm like, does he look like anyone famous to you? And I asked him, does anyone ever tell you look like anyone famous? And he's like, no. And then I said, well, are you from this area? And he's like, no, I'm not from this area. I'm actually from the East Coast. And I said, well, I'm from the East Coast too, actually. And he said he's from the DC area. And I said, I'm from the DC area. And then we realized we're from the same area. And I'm just like, I swear, I know you from somewhere. I wonder if we just crossed paths back then. And he's like, yeah, maybe you went to high school with my dad. My dad. My ego just got shot down. I will not be asking him any more questions. But it is funny because I told my husband this and he's like, yeah, you probably did go to high school with his dad. You dated him a couple times and you stood him up like everyone else because I was a serial dater. Because we did have a client walk in one time. They did end up becoming a client. And I'm walking by the window and this guy's like, your wife looks so familiar. Turns out I went on a couple dates with them and I stood him up for the third. And my husband said, yeah, that about tracks. Join the club.